Well, how's it going, everyone? I've got something pretty cool to show you here, or at least I think it's quite cool. So I've got some powder here, some powdered product. I'm going to mix it up, and once I've mixed it up, I'll tell you what's going on. The time is 1:31-ish, and I'll start a timer as well. The timer's going, and let's get this knocked up, and I'll tell you what's going on. Right, so as you can see, if it focuses in the sun, don't know if you can see very well, hang on. So as you can see, it is 2 minutes, just over 2 minutes in. So let me explain what's going on, because you're probably thinking this is a bit weird. So basically, this is some bonding. It's a 60-minute set time bonding, bonding 60 or something like that. But it's really, really old. This bag I found knocking around in my garage is probably, well, I don't know, it's probably at least 10 months old, 11 months old. I'm not sure exactly why I've still got it knocking around, but I thought to myself, I know what's going to happen with this product when I use it. Not the product, but I know what's going to happen when I mix this up. So I thought it'd be a good opportunity to show you guys at the same time what can happen. Now I want to stress that this isn't, it's not indicative, and it's not a representation of how bonding would work under normal circumstances. If this was within its shelf life, it was, you know, in its sort of normal parameters, then it wouldn't be doing this. But this is because the bag's been not properly wrapped up. It's been open to the elements a bit, and it's extremely old, so it's well past its use by date. So you can't expect it to work as it should work. But this happens with, as I say, it's not indicative of bonding. This happens with fillers, plasters, different types of adhesives like tile adhesives, pretty much anything that is powder based that I've used. Obviously I haven't checked everything out there, so but a lot of the stuff I've used that's powder based and goes hard once it's mixed up, this seems to happen to, from my experience in the ones that I've used anyway. So if you've got a really old bag like this, or a really old product, what can happen is it can start going off really fast. Oh, and you can see already it's gone off, and that's what I wanted to show you, was basically how quick that's gone off. So we are 4 minutes 18 seconds in. I'm showing you with a watch because I'm probably likely going to speed up the start, so you're not sat there watching nothing. So that's where we're at the minute. It's started to go pretty hard. I mean, you'd struggle to use that now, and you know, within a few more minutes it's going to be pretty rock solid. So that's obviously not 60 minutes, it's been like 5 minutes, hasn't it? So it's I wanted to show you is if you don't properly store your powders, this sort of thing can happen. And as I've said a few times, it's not because it's bonding. I mean, bonding's a fantastic product I use, and if it's in its normal shelf life, the bag hasn't been left open to the elements, it will work as it says. But this is because this has happened because I've not stored the product correctly. I've left it open to the elements, so I believe what happens, I don't know exactly what happens, but I believe it absorbs moisture out of the air, and as it absorbs moisture from the air, the powder, it reduces the set time. So as you can see, it's gone from like what would have been sort of a 60-minute set time if it was a new bag in its normal parameters, to, well, 5 minutes, 6 minutes. So what I've said in a couple of my other videos, when I buy powdered products, and this is any powder product that I'm going to mix up and goes hard, like I said, adhesives, fillers, etc, etc, I always make sure the bag I get from the shop doesn't have holes in. So if it's got holes in and it's been open to the element and you can see the powder product inside, yes, it may be reduced to 2-3 quid from tenner, and you're thinking you're getting a bargain, but you'll go and mix it up, and where you're expecting to have 45 minutes worth of work time, half an hour of work time or whatever, you end up mixing it up and it could go off in the bucket, go off, you know, before you get to use it, and you're just going to be wasting product. So I always look for bags to make sure the bags are in date and aren't damaged. If you want to see how to store products, obviously powdered products and liquid pre-made products will be stored, have different sort of guidelines for storage. There's normally data sheets on most products if you look online, but normally you'd store them in a dry place, and you'd make sure they're pretty airtight. As I say, this wasn't airtight, it's really old, and this is what happens. But so now you sort of know if you're knocking up some sort of powder product and it goes off like a rocket, then it's not because the product's rubbish, it's likely because it's absorbed too much moisture from the air, and it's been open to the elements. So anyway, that's all I wanted to show you. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Always store your powder products correctly.